Today we've got Josh Joyce from Village Customs in the shop. I've been a big fan of his work for a long time, and I was really excited about the opportunity going head-to-head with him on this rat rod build-off.
So when Kenny called me, I really wanted to do a semi-truck. I've never had a semi-truck. I've built a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to be able to outdo what I've already done. So we bought an M56 military truck cab. It was a really rusty cab, but it had a good shape. It's a nice square shape. It resembles a 40s semi-truck. So the concept of this build is that we want a semi-truck to be able to haul some of our smaller rat rods out to the big shows. We can't get all our small stuff out there because it's just not big enough to be driven. This is something to really showcase what we can do. We built a semi-truck out of something that isn't a semi-truck, and it's just big, giant, and it's gonna be awesome. So what we did the other day, we brought in an old project. It was a GM 3500 frame, and we'd put an international cab on it. We decided to go a different direction with it. It was a good stout frame since it was a 1-ton frame, and it would be a good donor for what we're doing here. I like to use old parts, rat rod, but I had an M56 cab, and we set this up pretty high on it, and then we extended the back a little bit to make a little bit more room in it. It is a military truck, and they're a little small in the cab. So what we're doing right now, we're putting semi-wheels on it. We have bagged the front suspension. On the side, we're doing running boards coming out, and then the fender will go over top of it. We're gonna make a flip down windshield and a little removable top so we can have a roadster semi-truck or something like that. And then we're gonna extend the frame and everything and make it pretty cool. So you'll see what's coming. So M56 cab is actually convertible, but this one had a welded on roof. We decided to cut the roof off that they had welded in place. It was just heavy, bulky, ugly, didn't work. And we're actually gonna make it convertible again and make the windshield flip down. We're gonna chop it down in 5 or 6 inches and make it look a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit more mean, so the windshield's a nice small size and it gives you kind of a squinty-eyed look as you're coming down the interstate. So this truck is convertible, and so the roof actually comes off and the windshield can fold down. So pretty much to hold the front and the back of the cab together, we had to make this kind of a factory. It's more of like a bigger truck thing that the military did. And we made this factory cut here to hold the back of the cab and the front of the cab. We cut this out on our Maverick plasma table, and it came out super nice, absolutely perfect. And we're gonna fit it right in here, just like that. Weld it in place, and it'll gusset the whole truck. It's pretty awesome.
So this is the back half of the GMC 3500. We're pulling the 8-lug 1-ton out of the rear to put up under the build-off truck. Josh is all about reusing old parts because that's what rat rodding is all about, making the most of what you have.
The truck has a giant hood on it, it's really wide. It was never meant to be a semi-truck, but we're gonna make it a semi-truck, so I'm making this big, huge grill thing. I hope it looks good, but pretty much, yeah, we're just gonna making it out of some like a 3-inch flat bar, some angle, some tacks, and hopefully I sheared this thing right, and it might actually fit in there. We'll see. Rat rod grill, I like it. I want to build a truck that if you were on a road trip with your family at 2 a.m. and stopped at a gas station and this was at the pump, you'd keep driving. So that's what we're after, and I think we're going to get it.
Today we're picking up the tank for the Roy Pitts tanker project. We're heading up to Whit Lane to scour the fields and see if we can find an old used diesel tank that'll work out perfect for our beer hauling tanker truck. So after looking over the lot, we were able to locate a used 3,000-gallon diesel tank that'll be about the right size to hold 14 kegs of beer. Well, what was in it before, do you know?
It was diesel fuel.
Okay, all right.
So it has dried out over the years. We've had it a while, you know.
So it shouldn't be a problem, start cutting away on it.
It will not be no problem.
Awesome, sounds good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get her loaded up.
Okay.
All right,
No,
thanks.
we'll do it.
We got this used tank at a good price. Now we're gonna go ahead and load it up on the trailer and get it back to the shop.
So the tank we got has been underground for, I don't know, 50, 60 years, and it used to hold diesel fuel. So when we drug this thing in here, it was rough. The cool thing was though, like the paint rusted out in the rings. It made a really neat design. Luckily for us, when we started to grind into this thing, those rust rings were actually etched into the metal deep enough that they stayed. So that's gonna add a really nice effect whenever we get this thing completely done with our chemical patina that we're gonna do, and it'll match the truck perfectly. This is gonna be one sharp rig going down the road.